Hello everyone and welcome back to more Fantasy Life 5. In today's video, I'm going to show you how you can get a permanent EXP boost, basically at least 60% more EXP than normal. Now, some of you who pre-ordered the game or got the digital deluxe edition, I'm not sure which actual thing gave you the flutter charm, but some of you have this piece of equipment, and this basically gives you 10% more EXP. But this isn't the only way to get the EXP earned plus on a piece of equipment. You can also get them on the specs. So far, the glasses are the only thing I know that can roll this plus EXP earned, so if any other pieces of equipment are found out to also be able to get this boost, we will be able to get an insane amount of EXP. But so far, I don't believe anyone in the community has been able to get EXP earned plus on anything except the glasses. So over here, you can see these glasses have a total of plus 20% EXP for me alone. And the way that you can easily get 60% more EXP is by equipping your buddies with the same equipment. So over here, I don't have the perfect glasses just yet, but my buddy has a 10% EXP earned and my other one has a 10 plus a 5% EXP earned. So definitely not too perfect glasses, but they do give me more EXP already. This is something really cool. I wasn't sure if it was going to work for myself by equipping the buddies, if it would actually give you more XP, but I'll show you in just a sec that it actually does work like a charm, even though these are specs and these are charms, but ignore that. Also, the reason why I'm saying 60% instead of 80% is, of course, you have 3 buddies, so you'd be able to get a total of plus 80% EXP. That's only for the lives where you gather and you go out and around doing some combat or doing some gathering. You can have 3 buddies with XP equipment on your side, but if you are doing crafting, you can only get a total of 2 buddies to help you out. So let's show you how much more EXP we can actually get. I'll unequip the glasses from my teammates for a second here. So remove from her and remove from her, and then we're gonna choose those 2 teammates to help me out with a craft. Or actually, you know what, let's combine this with the money-making strategy, because if you want to do this for yourself, you will actually need at least a little bit of money. So let's go make some woolly stickers. I'm gonna craft 99 of them with these buddies. They do not have the equipment on right now. All right, boom, made some stickers, made some money, and we got a total of 26,600 and a little bit EXP. So right now, let's get those buddies in my team. It was Pierre and Kikyo. I'm gonna give them the equipment, and I'm actually gonna do you one better, because I'm gonna show you that they don't even need to be in your team to get the EXP. This only counts for the crafting lives. For any other lives like combat lives or things where you were actually doing stuff out in the wild, out in the open, you do need to have the party members with the equipment in your team for them to take effect. But right now, I'm just gonna swap my artists out of my team, so they're not even inside of my team. They do have the EXP equipment on, and let's make these stickers again. So yeah, these buddies over here, Kikyo and Kier, they are gonna be the ones who have the equipment on. I don't think, can I change the equipment over here? Oh my god, that is huge. Okay, this is really huge. So if you, for example, want to make a lot of different stuff and you want to switch between lives, you can go over here, press A on your buddy, press this to go to the equipment, and change their equipment right here if you need to equip the EXP equipment. Really cool. I didn't even know that myself yet. All right, we made some more stickers, and instead of 26,600 EXP, let's see how much we're gonna get right now. So a lot of stickers, and 28, almost 29,000 EXP. So that's about 2,000 more EXP for this craft. Now we can, for example, take a look at some more extreme EXP methods, like let's say I make this rainbow paint 99 times. I'll just unequip the armor for a sec. Let's see how much we get without the EXP bonuses from my teammates. So this was made without the extra EXP from my teammates, and that gave us 2,200,000 something. So there we go. Now they do have the EXP equipment on. Previously we got 2,200,000, I believe. Right now we have 2,400,000. So that is already a difference of 200,000 EXP. And this equipment isn't even the best it could be. And we've become best friends with Pierre. I love you, dude. Anyways, let's show you how to actually make this equipment. So I definitely recommend doing it with these sunglasses over here. So actually, real quick, ignore what I just said about making the normal sunglasses. You definitely want to be making the green rimmed glasses. And I'll be explaining why a little bit later on in the video. But basically, it's because we have to remake these items. And it's going to cost only 1 Redux stone to remake this one compared to the 2 it's going to take you to remake these glasses. So that's really the only reason. It is not more difficult difficult or less difficult to roll the EXP plus on this pair of glasses than it is to roll it on this pair of glasses. It's literally only the Redux stone cost that is cheaper with this one compared to this one. You're probably going to be making these quite a bunch, so I recommend favoriting them. So you can just go to this tab and they'll show up like right over here. Really easy. So go ahead, craft, and why not just equip the EXP armors on my buddies that will actually help me with my craft, and keep crafting them until you've gotten a couple that say EXP earned plus. You are looking for an EXP earned plus that will give you plus 10%, because there's two variants. One can give you 5 and one can give you 10% bonus EXP. All right, here we go. I think this is the third or fourth pair that I made. It has EXP earned plus on it. So let's take a look at if it's a 5 or 10% bonus. So let's go to the last one we made over here, and it's going to be a 5% EXP only. So you want this to be 10% when making the base sunglasses. But I'm going to go ahead and show you the next step of this process, because I already have some glasses with plus 10% EXP on them. So the next thing you want to do is you want to make sure that you have the remake ability as an alchemist, because we want to remake these sunglasses to get the additional 10% EXP on them. So let's take these ones over here from Sophie. It has plus 10% EXP and plus 3 elemental resistance. We are going to remake this. By the way, if you do not know how to farm Redux stones, I'm going to link a video made by 101 Leafy. He covers it really well. But the basic gist of it is actually buying pieces of equipment over at the capital of Mysteria. You want to buy the old capes, I believe, and then you just want to trade them with the Redux stone person, and that's going to be the easiest way to grind these. Just buy those old capes and trade them for Redux stones. Very easy way to do it. It is some manual labor, but this is a grindy game, dude. So without any further ado, let's remake these sunglasses. All right, so unfortunately we didn't get any EXP earned plus on here, but that's fine. You do not need to keep the new things that you roll. We can just choose to keep our 10% EXP and take whatever on here that we like, because it's really nothing that we need. So let's go proceed with this skill selection. Yes, I will. And we're just going to continue redoing until we hit EXP earned plus. Wow, okay, I actually took a look real quick. So I'm trying to remake these sunglasses, and I crafted a green rimmed glass, or these green rimmed glasses, which is only a level 1 recipe, and this will only cost you 1 Redux stone to remake compared to the 2 Redux stones we're spending for these sunglasses. So kind of scrap what I said in the beginning about doing it with these sunglasses. You might want to do it with the green rimmed glasses, because it's going to save you a ton of Redux stones when remaking. But I'm kind of already committed to the bit, so I will keep remaking these normal ones. It's gonna cost me 2 Redux stones though, but well, you gotta sacrifice something. All right, I think I remade this at least 10 plus times, got an EXP plus, but it's only the 5%, unfortunately. But as you can see, it does work. You will be able to get a 10% extra EXP from the remaking as well, because as you know, I have these perfect glasses over here, which actually do have the 20% EXP on them. But I actually do recommend doing it with the green rimmed sunglasses, because they only cost you 1 Redux stone, so it's gonna significantly reduce your cost. And I just now completed the remake 5 times quest, so yeah, I really didn't have to reroll a lot for my first sunglasses. I got pretty lucky there immediately. I think after the second or third remake, got the plus 10% EXP. It's just all about the RNG, man. You really gotta hope that you roll the plus EXP when remaking, and then you really gotta hope that it's the plus 10 and not the plus 5, because that's not optimal, so it's basically pointless. But with that, that's gonna be it for this video. That's how you can pretty easily, well, maybe easily is a bit exaggerating over there, but fairly easy, get at least 60% more EXP at all times. You will need to remember to equip the appropriate equipment to the teammates you actually want to do stuff with. So if it's crafting that you want to do, remember to actually switch your equipment to the appropriate crafting buddies. If it's going out and gathering or doing combat, where the actual teammates in your party are doing something, you want to equip them with the equipment, of course. So at that point, you will also be able to get an extra 80% EXP, because you will have 3 teammates that can actually do something, opposed to the 2 that you're limited to when you're crafting. But yeah, this was pretty fun. I really love doing stuff like this in games, just grinding for some optimal equipment, getting some more EXP. You can also do the same with item drop rate, I believe. I do think if you equip your buddies with the item drop up equipment, which I actually do have a couple of in my party, or in my my pockets. So yeah, I have some some charms over here with 5% item drop rate. I haven't been able to roll a 10% on item drop rate. If any of you guys have been able to do so, let me know. And also, don't take my word for it, but at least I am pretty sure that equipping your teammates with item drop rate up does take effect. So if you really want to get the ultimate buddy, you should be giving them these sunglasses or some form of specs with plus 20% EXP total, and then the item drop up items with at least item drop rate plus 5% 2 times, so a total of 10%. Or if it is possible to get the item drop rate plus 10% on a single slot over here, you can get a total of 20% per buddy, which that would be pretty crazy. But yeah, with that, I really hope you understand how to do this process. It is fairly simple. Just make the green rimmed level 1 glasses, because those are going to be the best for remaking them later on once you do get that plus 10% on the base item. I definitely recommend to just keep crafting the normal item until you naturally roll a plus 10% on it. After that, go and remake the glasses to get an additional 10%. It's going to take you a little while, but all by all, it's really not that bad. So with that, as always, thank you so much for watching. If you enjoyed this video or found it helpful, definitely don't forget to like and subscribe if you haven't done so yet. Not even 5% of the people watching my videos are actually subscribed, so I would appreciate it a lot if you would do so. And with that, I'll see you guys in the next one. All right, later. Bye.